What's up, fellow gamers and Final Fantasy fans? I'm sure by now you've all heard the news, but they have finally announced Final Fantasy 12 HD Zodiac Job System on PlayStation 4. Finally, no more fucking swap magic PS2 flip tops. Alright! This game is the only reason why my PS2 still lives. Now, a lot of you have never played this version of the game before, and there are a lot of changes that you need to be aware of. So, let's go! The first and most important change is, of course, the Zodiac Job System. To make a long story short, when you acquire a new party member, you must choose one of 12 jobs for that character, similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. However, once you choose a job, that character is stuck with that job for the remainder of the game. Now, many people might not like this change because it limits to what that character can do. However, their job is performed extremely well. Any character who becomes a black mage can easily have 99 magic. This also includes what weapons and what armor that they can equip. Normally, knights can only equip swords and heavy armor. Occasionally, you can use a quickening or Esper to reach other abilities and other spells and other equipment. But you really need to be careful with your Espers. As you know, two people cannot use the same Esper. Unfortunately, this time around, some Espers block paths on your license board. If I make Ash into a knight and I give her the ultimate Esper, this means that if I make Bosch into a monk, he cannot reach these two abilities over here. Many people are going to have a hard time adapting to this change at first, but by the time you reach Wraithwall, you'll quickly discover that there's nothing to worry about. The Mischarge, a very nice upgrade. In the past, Mischarge was linked to your MP. Not anymore. Quickenings now have their own bar. Using Quickenings no longer depletes your magic points. This also applies to your summons. Throughout the game, you will occasionally gain a party member as a guest. In the past, you had no control over their actions. However, this time around, you have full control over their gaming system, and you can even control them in battle as the party leader. This really isn't that big of a change, but sometimes it really comes in handy. This also applies to your Espers. This time around, you can fully control them in battle. This is actually a major change simply because now we can activate their final attacks anytime we wish. Now this is one you guys are really gonna love. Normally the damage cap is 9,999. This time around the damage cap has been removed. For this reason, I highly recommend you use at least one black mage. Trust me, it will make your life so much easier. You also might want to consider a knight for the sole purpose of using the Excalibur late in the game. To this day, I don't think the damage cap has been found. With the correct weapons and setups, it's possible to do over 100,000 damage with one single attack. One of my favorite changes in this game are the chest spawns. Previously, you had to zone 2 screens away to make a chest respawn. Now, you only need to zone 1 screen away. Don't get too happy yet, because unfortunately, nearly every chest in the game has been completely changed. Some good and some bad. Example, later on in the game, there's a chest that gives you a guaranteed grand armor. Yay! No more heavy neck chaining! Screw that! This time around, there are many things that can only be found in chests, including magic spells and other abilities. Unfortunately, most of the best abilities are indeed rare spawns, so hang in there. Now here's one you guys are really going to like, and I sincerely hope that they do not remove this on the HD version. You see, Square knows how tedious it is to grind in this game. Trust me, it is quite annoying sometimes. By pressing the L1 button, you can play the game at super speed. This definitely speeds up your grinding. I'll be here all day talking about the changes to the items. So instead, I'll just point out the most important and interesting ones. For starters, just about every shop in the game has completely changed. Many items and equipment have different effects than they did before. An example is the ribbon. In the original version, all it did was block stats effects. However, this time around, it blocks stats effects and adds permanent region and Libra. To top it off, now it does not block reverse or decoy. Very helpful for Yazamat. Do not be surprised if you find yourself attacking with the treated blade. Not only does it do more damage, but now it combos like crazy. There are also a few new items. Most notably are Reverse Mode, Dark Energy, and Bartolo Seed. There are many new weapons, but most of them are just stronger versions of past ones. However, there are two of them that are definitely worth collecting, if you can get them. The first one is the Trigger Tower, a one-handed sword that combos just as much as a Masamune, and it's stronger than a Tournesol. The second one is the Zyangrit Bow, a weapon so powerful that it got to the point where my viewers banned it from my LP. Unfortunately, most of you will probably never obtain this weapon. Your chances of getting it are about the chances of you winning the lottery. Personally, if I'm that lucky, I'd take the lottery. There was a fixed way to get it on the PS2 version. However, I'm pretty sure that obtaining this thing on the HD version is going to be a pain. There's also a new shield in the game that absorbs every element in the game and gives you 90 evasion. There's only one new accessory in the game, but it's a really good one. It gives you permanent berserk. I love this thing. For the most part, the monsters haven't changed that much. In most cases, they simply carry different items than they did before. But there's one thing you guys need to be aware of. Stay away from the dragons inside the cave until you are armed to the teeth. They will kill you. And finally, the trial mode. The trial mode is essentially a long boss rush. It pushes you up against some of the strongest monsters in the entire game. You can attempt the trial mode anytime you wish, but until you're fully prepared, you won't get very far. The trial mode also contains my favorite battle in the entire series. Trial mode stage 100 puts you up against all 5 judges at once. And these are not the same judges you fought in the main game. They have all been completely souped up. If you are not prepared, you will simply get obliterated, and that is all there is to it. After completing the main game, you can start the game over from the beginning on strong mode, meaning that all your characters start at level 90. Once you complete the trial mode, you can start a new game on weak mode. This means your characters never level up for the entire game. I have not played weak mode yet myself, but I'm pretty sure that one of the trophies is going to be to complete weak mode. So I better get practicing. One last thing, when most of you get your asses handed to you by the judges, don't say I didn't tell you so. So guys, that's all for now. I'm just as excited about this as you are, even though I've already played this on PlayStation 2. But playing it on PlayStation 4 with updated graphics, trophies, Japanese voice dialogue is going to kick ass. I cannot wait. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or simply go to GameFast and check out Split Infinity's guide on the differences. And yes, I will indeed be LPing this game upon release. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later. Take it easy.